Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome to Friday Night Draw. We are back at it. Rodney's here. How we doing, sir?
Hey. We are cooking with gas, my friend. Cooking with gas.
Sweet.
How are you?
Doing all right. I'm going through finding our Facebook dilemma that we were just discussing and trying to share out the video. And hey, what do you know? It's not loading in the feed.
Hey, imagine that.
Edward's here.
What's up, Edward?
How we doing tonight?
Maybe that's what we do. Maybe everybody starts talking so much garbage about Facebook that they do something to improve their public image. I know, right?
That was a mighty fine joke.
I wrote it myself.
All by him lonesome, folks. All by him lonesome.
He spends a lot of time alone.
Well, it's just not showing up in the feed, so we're gonna go about this a different route and get it shared out. Get some folks in here watching. Watch us do some Star Wars doodling.
Some Star Wars stuff. Nothing but Star Wars. So we watched the What If last night. The season finale.
I heard you talking about it this morning. Did you get a chance to rewatch it yet?
I did.
Good.
I was afraid I was going to be pelted with rocks and garbage if I didn't. It was not a popular opinion to say that it was okay.
I was going to say this morning, like, what the hell's the matter with you?
What were you watching?
I was really, really happy with that and how it turned out in the whole bit.
It was better the second time around.
I'm glad you enjoyed it the second time around.
Tina says, so I have to watch it again? No, what was it?
So was that good?
That's right. She said, so was that good? Yeah, we were both tired.
Yeah, we didn't end up even watching anything last night. We crashed. We sat around for a couple minutes discussing, well, should we watch something? And I was like, yeah, no, let's just go to bed.
Yeah, we watched the end of the Monday Night Football game, or Thursday Night Football. And then we were like, oh, let's watch What If. So we watched it. It's like I said, I was so tired, and it's like, okay. Everybody said it was so good. Okay. So it's like, well, let me go watch it again. So I watched it again. It was better the second time around. It's amazing what sleep will do for you.
Right?
10 days until my birthday. Uh-oh.
Birthday boy.
Turning the big 5-0.
Well, that is mighty impressive, mister.
That's right. So, Edward, since you're here, how was Venom? We haven't seen it yet.
I saw it.
I know, but I'm not asking you. I'm trying to interact with the fans.
The Facebook jailed Cameron is here.
Hey, what's up, convict?
Producer A is giggling like crazy.
I don't know where it came from. It just flowed out.
don't know, but it definitely worked. I was trying to like think of a good word for calling them something. I was like jailbird, convict works.
I went straight yard, man. What's up, convict? You know we love you, Cameron. We kid because we care.
Exactly.
Set me free. Say, Steve Lightman's in the house.
What's going on?
What's up, Mr. Lightman? How are you today? So I saw an ad today for, is it Young Justice on HBO Max?
Yes.
Third season?
They're finally continuing the season.
So that's like the animated Titans pretty much, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know if you watched the previous seasons that were on Cartoon Network, but it was really good, and they just like up and canceled the damn thing.
Oh. Well, I almost pulled it up and started watching some, but I didn't because I got distracted with something else.
I really enjoy it. The animation in it is really nice, and they had a really good story going in the first season. I don't know that we ever got to watch the second season because it at least felt like it was one of those typical Cartoon Network things where it's like, well, we're gonna put it on Friday nights. No, now we're gonna put it on Saturday mornings. Now we're gonna move it here. Now we're gonna move it there.
Right.
And we couldn't watch it consistently when it was on TV. And I did go back and watch a bit of the first season, but I haven't gone back to it in a while. When they added it to HBO Max, but it was really good when I was watching it.
Huh, that's cool. Is it R-rated like
No.
Okay.
No, because it was originally on Cartoon Network.
Yeah, that's why I stopped the quest. Like, oh, it couldn't have been.
It but I mean the stories weren't like it wasn't like they were doing Teen Titans Go or anything. It was
Oh yeah.
some really good stories.
I wouldn't be interested if it was. I've tried to watch Teen Titans Go and I just can't do it.
Yeah. But like the whole first season deals with I don't remember what the name of it is. It's some sort of like alien race. And they're kind of like infiltrating everything.
Huh.
I
don't know the DC alien races.
I wouldn't even know if you told me. They were like some sort of little critters that were infiltrating everything, and like almost Invasion of the Body Snatchers type thing.
Okay.
Cadmus is the only name that I remember. It was something tied to Cadmus.
Okay.
Isn't
that the labs that created Superboy?
Maybe. Oh well.
Come on, DC nerds, help us out.
Yeah. I don't know my DC stuff at all, really. But yeah, I enjoyed it.
Well, that's good. I look forward to watching it because it's something that I can probably put on the computer while I'm working.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You have to pay a whole lot of attention to it.
I think so. You got enough of an understanding of who the characters are. I think.
Right.
I think it would work. I can't remember the actor's name. He played the president in National Treasure. It's the only thing I can think of that he was in. But he's the voice of Batman.
National Treasure. I don't know that I remember who that was. Cadmus is who created Superboy, yes. All right.
Okay, there we go. But it's got like the Aqualad that's actually the son of Black Manta. Martian Girl's there. Nightwing. I think they have a Robin at 1.2. You know, they got Flash. Speedy's there for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely want to check it out. I got a Young Justice trade at Cincy Expo. The whole thing's done by Todd Knock, which is the reason I bought it.
Nice.
I was like, oh yeah. A whole trade of Todd Knock artwork.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
For $5, I'll take it.
Sold.
Do so love those $5 trades at shows.
Oh yeah. And I got some pretty good finds last time we went, and I would like to go back. Is Ollie's.
Oh yeah.
I got a like $35 trade for $7.
Yeah, I remember Tim called me one time and he was like, hey man, I just came from Ollie's and they've got all of these DC trades, best Batman stories, greatest Batman stories ever told, blah 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 blah. He said, and they're dirt cheap. And I was like, well, okay, cool. And he said he made like 3 different trips, got 3 different sets of stuff. I'm like, damn. That's a good bargain.
Oh yeah. Oh, what's going on here? Huh. Must have had trouble connecting to Twitch again.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it popped up with a little thing in the corner with it wasn't an error this time, but it must have like connected and reconnected.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep doing that.
Producer B said it keeps doing that.
It did to me yesterday. It actually completely disconnected yesterday.
Yeah.
And I know they're having trouble after that hack thing, so.
I almost didn't include Twitch this morning when I was setting up my stream, but I figured I'll at least try it.
Yeah.
It worked, but yeah, Producer B said she fixed it. She fixed mine. Sean, what?
Sean didn't tell me I needed to fix it.
Sean, she said you didn't tell her she needed to fix yours.
I didn't know anything needed to be fixed.
I think we're all good.
Thought it was all automated through StreamYard.
Yeah.
Oh. Tell me after the stream, I guess, if I gotta go do something else.
I obviously have to go fill markers.
The marker refills.
Okay. What else is out? We gotta catch up on what we do in the shadows. saw a couple episodes last week. That's such a funny show.
Oh, we got to talk about that you did finally catch up on. You saw Shang-Chi.
Oh yes, I did. Yeah, that was pretty cool, man. Shut up.
What did she say?
She said you only took a small nap.
What?
She's lying. No, it was good. I liked it. Although I did notice that I don't know if you noticed it, but they kind of had Wong and the Abomination being chummy.
Yep.
And they left together.
Yep.
What's that about?
I think it means we are totally getting the Dark Avengers.
Yep.
When they leave, Blonsky goes back to the raft, and everybody's speculating that Wong and Blonsky are kind of like doing all this as training, because Blonsky's getting like a little bit of reprieve from the raft. Go do this so they can be on the Dark Avengers, Thunderbolts, whatever iteration they end up going with.
Right.
Because it's definitely what Val's putting together.
Huh. Wonder when that's going to actually happen.
I'm gonna guess sometime after Hawkeye, since Val sends Yelena after Hawkeye. Well, spoilers for anybody that hasn't seen Black Widow yet.
Yeah.
It's been out long enough. You should have seen it by now. It's already for free on Disney Plus. If you didn't watch it yesterday, I can't help you.
That's on y'all. I like that parchment. What kind of is that parchment? What is that paper that you're on?
It is Strathmore toned tan paper.
Okay. It's a good
Got some
choice.
gray, and I've got some blue as well.
It's a good choice for the Jedi.
Yeah, I really like this because it gives me a lot to play with when I go to color. I can do a little bit more with like whites and whatnot.
I like it. Okay. So have you had a chance today to go through the Scarlet Huntress script?
Not yet. I got a little tied up with working on a piece today. That'll be definite plans for the weekend.
Sweet. I can't wait to hear about it.
Sorry, Rodney. What was that last part?
I said I can't wait to hear about it.
Yeah, I hopefully I'll get a chance to read between filling my face with tacos this weekend.
I know, man. Come on. I'm a little jelly.
Taco Fest.
Taco Fest.
It's also the Italian. What is it called? Italian what now? Italian Festival is going on this weekend.
How come we didn't get invited to either one of those?
What's up with that?
What's up with that?
Guess what? You're invited.
Hey, guess what? There you go. Invite. Just come on up. You may or may not get roped into a deck construction, but
Uh-oh.
Yeah, all I heard about was deck construction. That didn't sound fun at all.
yeah, that part. Yeah, we're not in deconstruction. We got to take off some boards, put a door in. All sorts of unfun stuff.
Well, you've got Indy there to help you, so
Yeah, he'll be the foreman.
there you go. Put his little tool belt on him. He'll be good to go. Steve says, "Ooh, a ride up for Taco Fest seems in order." Word.
He's got to fight the OSU crazies.
Oh yeah, who they playing this week? Is that one team?
With an M or an N. Maryland.
Maryland, that's right, because Michigan plays Nebraska.
Sure. And apparently it's homecoming weekend.
Oh, there you go. So people will be twice as drunk.
Yay.
Okay. I think we shall call her done.
Sabina's done?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Go sign her real quick. There we go. Andre, squeak, squeak, squeak.
It's Andre.
Just call me Squeaker Mouse. Hey, he sent me a picture of that Venom.
Isn't that thing fantastic?
Oh man, that's pretty sweet.
It's so cool how it just kind of like it's almost like a double exposure look to it.
Yeah. Crawling out of the mist. Very cool.
So apparently Andrea's calling me shawarma.
Shawarma? Sup, shawarma? Yeah, you're shawarma.
I'm shawarma. I thought it was Herman.
Well,
oh, there was the camera.
That's not good. Okay, where did Sonic run off to? Okay. Let's see. There he is. He's hiding amongst the Yule lads.
Sonic? Good old Sonic.
Can't hide from me. So, a funny observation about last night, we were watching Andre's unboxing of the Venom.
Oh yeah.
And Tina, what was your comment about Dre?
I don't know that I want to say anything about Dre while I'm on the air. I like Dre.
Well, it wasn't bad. It was just something about his hair.
That isn't what I thought he was going to look like. I've never seen anything other than his hands.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That just wasn't what I thought he was going to look like.
Well, yeah, it's because it kind of caught me off guard too, because he his avatar is his buzzed hair.
Right. And then he's got all that fluffy hair and
I
fluffy
know,
beard.
like almost like a coif going on there.
Ray, I did not say anything bad about you.
No, she did not say anything bad about you.
Yet.
We all think you're a very handsome, capable young Canadian man.
You're very helpful to me. Don't let him throw me under the bus.
He definitely looks like he comes from the Canadian wilderness. Is that what we're saying?
He has poofy hair.
Oh, I haven't cut my hair in months. We noticed.
No, these comments are all coming from me. It's nothing you said.
You all leave me out of this. I got a Kickstarter coming out. I need you. I love everyone.
There you go. She loves everyone.
She's gonna squirrel you.
I'm saying.
So, interesting observation. Well, I started working on this. So I wanted to base this off of his appearance in Mando, as well as Return of the Jedi. He's got the
Right.
The cloak and the black. I don't know what to call that, jacket or whatever that he's wearing.
Tunic.
Well, he's got the tunic thing that's on,
Oh yeah.
and then he's got the black undergarment, whatever's got the sleeves to it. And I didn't really pay attention to it until I started doing this. That in the beginning of Return of the Jedi, he's got the tunic on over it. He's got the traditional Jedi garb going. But then when he gets off to the moon of Endor, there he loses the tunic part, but keeps like the under part of it.
Right. The
And I
black
don't
part.
think I really ever paid much attention that he had that tunic on in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I was looking at photos, I'm like, oh, I didn't realize that he had that thing on over all the rest of it, because it just in the movie it just kind of all blends together. It just looks like one solid black piece of clothing.
Yeah. Yeah, because he has that white triangle like fold.
Yeah.
And Lucas said that the reason that was there is because he wanted the white symbolize the goodness.
Yeah.
Because he was, conflicted about, he's being tempted by the dark side, and that white symbolized that he hadn't gone from, he was struggling, but the good was still there, and it was
Right.
It was over his heart, so it was all symbolism, which
Right.
kind of cool.
And that I had seen and had known about it. I didn't realize that he actually had the Jedi thing over top of it in the beginning of the movie. I never really noticed that was there.
Yeah.
I always thought it was just that black shirt the entire time.
Oh, I'll have to go back and check that out.
And I started up the movie today, but I wasn't really paying attention to it. I was just kind of listening to it. So I didn't actually look up to the screen to see if, he had it, if it was more visible. But I just never really paid attention to it.
Huh.
And then I started seeing some of the stills, and I'm going, I don't remember him wearing that. It's like, trying to do the traditional Jedi robe thing.
Yeah.
But, going the Anakin route where he went the dark colors.
This is true. Andre's pulling out the shears this weekend.
Uh-oh. Yeah, we're Star Wars fashion now. Jeez, come on, man. What else are we going to do?
He says, easy there, Project Runway. Cameron says, these are looking really good, guys. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
So it's kind of good that I got that notification for Young Justice because there's 3 seasons of that to watch. So that's a whole chunk of stuff to watch.
Give you a little something to do.
Yeah. I mean, we're still only 3 episodes into Doom Patrol season 1, so
We still haven't started that one yet.
it's fun.
We got to watch this week's episode of Titans yet.
We started that last night. Didn't get through it.
We got to watch Lost Symbol.
Yeah, we got to start watching that.
And the Muppets Haunted Mansion came out today.
Ooh. I did see the commercial for that.
It looks good.
That's new, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
So it's a Disney Plus original.
Huh, interesting. I read an article from Frank Oz about how he won't go back and do any more Muppets.
I've seen a little bit about that. It's kind of sad.
Yeah. And it was, what's funny about it is reading what his issues were, it was because when the new TV series came out, I guess it was about 2 years ago. I remember watching it and going, this just doesn't, I don't like this. And I couldn't put my finger on why. And it's pretty much what his issues were. That they've just kind of lost what Jim's intentions always were for the characters, and I think that was my issue. It just didn't feel like the Muppets.
Yeah.
So who knows? I have to watch the Halloween one and see if it's any different.
So much ink.
Let's see. Cameron says, I can't wait for the new season of Young Justice. We're getting a trailer at DC Fandom. Yeah, I'm going to have to check that out. So it's essentially the Titans. They just don't call them the Titans anymore.
Right.
And then they just launched a new Titans series. DC did in September. I haven't seen it, but I read where first issue was debuting in September.
Okay.
And Brett Booth's doing the artwork, so that immediately piques my interest.
Are you sure he's doing the artwork?
That's what I thought it said. I could be wrong.
Because he just signed on for a bunch of different stuff, and he could still be doing stuff on top of that. I'm just amazed if he's taking on anything else. He's part of the Artist Elite through Comics Elite.
Oh,
He's got a creator-owned book or two coming out through them. Plus, I just saw October 12th it launches on Kickstarter. Him and Scott Liddell are doing a book.
really?
It's called The Anybody's.
Oh, yeah, I remember seeing that.
So yeah, I'm definitely gonna back that one when it comes out. Should be next Tuesday, I think. So that's why I was just kind of like surprised if he's actually taking on a DC book on top of all the stuff that he's doing there.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I read his name and maybe he's just doing a cover or something. I don't know. I could have swore it said with artwork by Brett Booth.
Oh, if he is doing it, that's something I'll definitely pick up.
Yeah. Okay, I don't want to use that because I don't have a refill for that if it goes south. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh, the marker squeaks.
And this one's not even dry. You winking with, what is that? Is that the Cupcake?
Yeah.
Do you say Cupcake or Copic?
I've been saying Copic, but apparently it is supposed to be pronounced Copic.
Huh. I've always said Cupcake. I don't know why.
My stuff says like wake 'em and walk 'em.
Yeah, I've always said Wacom.
Yeah, apparently the guys at the company call it Wacom.
Wacom.
Whack-a-mole.
Guacamole.
But yeah, I mean, it makes sense that they're supposed to be Copic because they were all based on the idea that it would work with copy machine toner.
Huh.
That was the whole idea behind them, is so that they wouldn't make the toner bleed.
Cameron has a Resident Evil question.
Resident Evil. So what did y'all think of the new Resident Evil reboot film trailer? I haven't seen it.
Nope, I haven't seen it either.
I haven't seen any of the Resident Evil movies either.
Neither have I. I saw one time on regular TV and watched about 10 minutes of it, and the commercial came on and I turned the channel and never went back.
Yeah, I don't know. I never had any intention to see them. I've never played the game, so I don't know anything about it really, other than some company out there mass producing monsters.
Yeah.
As a rodent has the blue Copics out and the S coloring the waist area, all I want to do is make a blue balls comment, but I'm going to keep it to myself out of respect to the producers. God, that was hard to read. I don't know what words are missing there.
It's like those posts on Facebook where the words are made up of letters and numbers and backwards characters, but you can still read it.
Right.
That's what Andre's messaging is like.
I don't know. I think like a word got cut out or changed on him or something because I'm sitting there trying to read it. I'm going, this is not making sense in my head.
This hurts my head. Edward's back. He said he had to go do something, but he's back. Good to have you back.
Glad you could join us.
Andre, as long as you get out those shears this weekend and show us, everything will be okay. We expect our Andre to be clean shaven. Or buzzed.
I don't know. Is that allowed in Canada?
Canada. So did you hear me telling the story about the infirmary that we happened upon the other day when we were wandering Indiana for work?
No, I missed this.
So we had to go to Bluffton, Indiana and deliver a car, which is in the middle of nowhere, Indiana.
Yeah, I seem to recall reading a sign for that somewhere.
Yeah. And as we passed it on the way up, and I noticed it was an big old building, really old architecture. And I was like, oh, that's a cool building. And then I saw that it said infirmary on it. I was like, oh, okay, well, I want to check that out on the way back. So on the way back, we stopped and I was working with my buddy Bruce, and I said, you don't mind if we stop, do you? I'm going to take a couple pictures or whatever. He's like, no, that's cool. So we stopped and across the highway there was an empty lot, and I stopped and took some pictures, and there was a guy over there. There were 3 cars and there was a gravel like parking lot, and he was on a phone. He was talking to somebody, and I was like, and Bruce was like, why don't we go over there and talk to him? Maybe he knows something about the building. So we said, okay, we went over there, and he was he was for Tennessee, and he was part of a paranormal investigative group.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Now it was the Tennessee Wraith Hunters were there, but he wasn't with them. He was with the other one. And then there was another one from Maryland there, and everybody else was inside the house sleeping inside the building. It's a huge building. But he was out. He was talking to his wife on his cell phone, and he stopped and talked to us for a few minutes. And it was built originally in 1838 as a house for basically the poor and destitute, house for like traveling wayward folks.
Okay.
And it was built in the middle of a 300-acre farm. So the idea was that if you came and for an honest day's work, you got room and board for the night and a meal, a dinner and a breakfast and shower or a bath or whatever. But they eventually, it became where, people would send their children or whatever that weren't right or whatever, and it became an infirmary. And he said, oh, we spent the night in here last night. He says, I'm going to tell you what. He says, I've been in some buildings. He said, but this one had a ton of activity in it. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, we're going to spend the night in there again tonight. And he said, all the other guys are in there right now sleeping. And so we're like looking at this place going, okay. And he went on to tell us this whole long story. It was built in 1838 and was originally 3 big buildings. And The building that we're looking at there was the second building, and the barn was where the first building was built, but it burned down and all this other stuff. And I was like, wow. So we got this whole history on this infirmary. And so I was like, okay. And so when we left, when I got home, I like pulled out my phone and I was looking at the pictures. I'm like, okay, did I get any ghosts? Did I get any ghosts? And I was looking at it. I was like, okay, I didn't get any ghosts. So I'm looking at all the reflections in the windows and all that stuff to see if I could see anything. I'm like, no, dumbass, there's nothing in there.
Oh, denied.
No. And I made sure to tell them as we were driving out of the parking lot, no attachments. Piss off.
Coat yourself in some salt.
Yeah. So it was interesting. The building was awesome, and I got a story in my head started formulating on the way home. So
Nice.
I might eventually see the light of day in some book somewhere from some company. You never know.
Well, would you look at that? Mark Eckleberry has joined us this evening.
What is up, Mark Eckleberry?
What's going on?
Stephen, it was not the Wraith Chasers were there, but he wasn't part of the Wraith Chasers. He told me what they were, but I can't remember what he said.
Mark says, Rodney, I like how you're shading Sonic. The depth is forming looks great.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, except for I gave him blue arms instead of flesh arms.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out if I can fix it or just go with it.
I think at this point, yeah, just go with it.
Yeah, there's no way to cover up that blue, so screw it. He's got long sleeves on today, folks. What are you going to do? Call it a misprint. Yeah, the undertoning, Mark, is I've been looking at a bunch of artists and their coloring and stuff and kind of noticing that and picking up on it. I need to try that more. There's a particular artist that I was looking at. He did a female warrior character with some scale armor, chest plate, and it was green. And he used like the really bright, almost chartreuse green for the base color, and it was just really cool how he left just the little slivers of that for the highlight of the scales and stuff. So that's kind of what I'm doing here.
Mark says, I didn't notice.
Yeah, I'm sitting there thinking, well, nobody's. There's 7 people in here and nobody noticed it. So if I just go all out, make it look cool, nobody will notice it.
There you go. That'll be fine. Just those crazy Sonic purists. They don't know what they're thinking.
What do they know? They know the color of his sleeves. Ah!
I did actually enjoy the Sonic movie. I thought that was pretty fun.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. Cameron was saying how good it was. Cameron says, I can't wait for the new Batman trailer.
Yeah, we're supposed to get that during the DC fandom thing.
Ooh.
I hope it's better than the last one. The fandom anyway. It was kind of got a little painful at times to try to watch that thing.
Yeah.
there was some neat stuff to it, but I couldn't keep up with it hours on end to actually see the stuff I wanted to see.
Yeah, that was rather painful.
Show me the Batman trailer, show me the Shazam stuff, show me Black Adam. I'll be good.
Yep, that's all I need. Give me the Cliff Notes version. I'm good. Although, what's the guy's name that's playing Shazam?
Zachary Levi.
Yeah, Zachary Levi. He's got a new movie coming out, which is the autobiography of Kurt Warner, football player, where he plays him. And I know you don't know anything about it because you're not a sports guy, but Kurt Warner was a football player who couldn't get on at any major colleges as he played junior ball. And he was actually working as a grocery bagger when he got a call and went and became a quarterback for an Arena League team. And then through other related events and stuff, he ended up getting on with the St. Louis, at the time, the St. Louis Rams football team, and was a backup quarterback for them when was it Trent Green was their starting quarterback. He got hurt, and Kurt Warner went in and never looked back. Became a Hall of Fame quarterback, won the Super Bowl, and the rest, as they say, is history. So he's playing Kurt Warner in this movie that's coming out Thanksgiving. So there's your sports ball for the day.
That, and I'm pretty sure the news talked about some OSU player like blowing his nose or something.
I'm sure they did.
Actually, everything has been about Urban Meyer's little incident.
Yeah, little lap dance.
Yeah, it's funny because I was telling Steph because I saw one of the pictures pop up on the news, and I'm like, that's funny. I saw some of those pictures pop up that night that it happened. Like somebody was sharing it all over the internet. Like nobody had a problem with it that night.
Well, that's the thing, man. It's just like, was it really that big of a deal? Because from what I've heard, the girl came up to him.
Oh, yeah.
And was just grinding her ass on his crotch. How the hell does he have any control of that?
Right, and she was the one, at least it looked like she was the one posting pictures going, I don't know who this guy is, but, whatever.
Right.
Like, right.
Yeah.
I smell something fishy.
The bigger issue
and I'm going to squirrel myself right there.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting a squirrel from the corner of the basement over there.
Mark says, I followed in his footsteps working at the grocery store, but I did not end up like Kurt Warner.
Yeah, you and me both. I've bagged some groceries in my day. I went out and got carts in the snow and ice. I've bailed a few balers, unloaded a few trucks. Let's go Krogering.
The Krogering. That's going to be in our future.
You don't mire?
Yeah, well, we do that too.
Right.
Kroger gives us those lovely gas discounts.
This is true.
It kind of all depends on what you got to go after, too. Like,
Right. I like
one's
Myers.
got better this, the other's got better that.
Yeah, I like Myers' produce better.
Now, ours is kind of the opposite. Kroger's usually got the better produce.
Okay.
And I know, it all depends on where they're getting their supplies from and all that jazz. But
This
yeah,
is true.
we usually have better luck at. And we've got 2 Krogers here. The one that's at the other end of town is usually the better one. But they're both like equidistant from the house.
Right.
Yes, folks, we'll tell you how we grocery shop.
Scintillating conversation on the Friday Night Draw. We'll talk the sports ball and grocery shopping with you.
Oh, let's see here. I've got a little part of the lightsaber down here.
All right, I think we'll call the blue and move on to something else. Tomorrow should be a great day of football. Yes.
As long as they stay out of my way, sure.
I would definitely have my eye on the Michigan-Nebraska game tomorrow night. But it's kind of out of college football for the most part this year, other than UC, because they got a pretty good team this year.
Am I going to add color to the lightsaber? Yes, I'm going to add color to the whole thing eventually. Just don't know if that's going to happen tonight.
Did a good job on the face. It looks nice.
Thank you.
Oh, my hand keeps falling asleep.
Oh, let's see here. Always get some color thrown in here. So I'm going to come down here and do the hand before I muck that up, because I keep looking at that spot going, I should fill that. No, dummy, that's part of his hand.
Don't do it!
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Although, isn't his one hand got a glove on it?
Yeah, that one does.
Okay, you got it. I gotta go back and watch Jedi. It's been a while.
Like I said, I started a little bit of it today, and I don't know, when I was like last week or maybe even the week before, I was needing something to listen to, and I just kind of started going through and rewatching, or at least re-listening to all the Star Wars from Episode 1, and just kept playing. And for whatever reason, it stopped with like the last maybe 15 minutes of Empire.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did I not finish this the other day? So I popped that on today, let that play, and then started going through Jedi a little bit today. Oh, that's just gonna be way too dark.
And that's when you noticed.
Well, It was more so looking at the stills is what I noticed because I didn't really look up at the TV or the monitor to see the stuff.
Right.
No, that's not even going to show up as green.
Okay. Oh, forgot those down there. Was that your trusty dusty YG01?
YG03.
YG03, okay.
I don't have a 01.
That is a really good color for lightsabers.
Producer A should be adding that to the list.
Yeah.
YG01.
Is my go-to for like ectoplasmic glows and things like that.
Nice. Yeah, I've got the quadruple 0, and then I go to 3. I didn't have anything in between.
Oh, okay.
Cameron says, I'm interested to see how Rogue Squadron film from Star Wars is next Christmas. That's if that happens, because I unfortunately heard some bad rumors about that one.
Uh-oh, like what?
Apparently, Patty Jenkins wasn't quite living up to the hype.
Really?
Yeah, unfortunately, that was making the rounds on the interwebs, and it was pretty trusted sites too. It wasn't like it was Jim Dandy putting out information.
Right. And that was the one we were really hyped about, right?
Yep. Which like so bums me out.
See, Cameron, I didn't even know UC was playing right now, so thanks for the update.
Oh yeah, I meant to tell you that. You see playing tonight.
Tells me how locked in I am.
That's right. You see playing tonight.
Okay, thank you. We'll see if I can find out what channel it's on. It's probably on ESPN2 that we don't have or something. We can never get a UC game on here.
University of Colorado.
Hey, there's Ancient Aliens.
Ooh, Ancient Aliens. I need my History channel.
It's just on regular news.
Oh, there it is. Temple of EC.
Producer A, make YouTube add the History channel.
You know, though, I haven't really watched Ancient Aliens all day today. I watched some of an episode, but I don't know. It's just Fridays used to be look forward to Fridays because it was Ancient Aliens all day, but I've seen them all so many times.
Yeah, I'm assuming the new season's not going to start till like mid-October at least.
I think it's already started.
Oh, has it?
Yeah. I mean, it's good. It's just I've just kind of gotten away from it because I try to stay away from TV during the day because it's too distracting. But Ancient Aliens I can watch. I mean, I can just listen to because I've seen it so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about that. But I don't know. You just kind of get tired of hearing the same old episodes over and over.
Oh, yeah. Andre says, "You mean the director of Wonder Woman 84 is no good? Shut the front door." Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's what I was hearing is like they gave her a bunch of free reign, and then they were like, what did we just do?"
What the hell is this?
I don't know. I hope that's not true in some regards, but yeah, after seeing Wonder Woman 84, I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
Wonder Woman was so good. And then 84 was just like,
Yeah. That's not it's not encouraging.
Cupcake Wars is on TFN, the Food Network. And Bobby Flay is leaving the Food Network
Oh,
after 27 years. So that's okay. The Discovery people own HBO. Think they're going to be all right.
Where's old Bobby going?
They didn't say.
I mean, at this point, does he really need to go anywhere? Does he really need to do anything more?
Probably not, but I'm sure, like everybody else, dude likes money. Is probably going to be like, okay, he's going to pony up the cash.
Who's got what for me? Who's got what? Back up that Brinks truck.
He's no Alton Brown or Stephanie Forney. That's what Mark Eckleberry's paying you a compliment there.
That's right. And he's certainly no Tina McElhaney. Because that girl can cook. Just ask her.
I'm a good cook.
See, she said, I'm a good cook.
I'm waiting for some of these cookies she told me about when she was up one of the last couple times.
Yeah, I'm waiting for some of those cookies too.
Can't remember exactly what it was, but they sounded really, really good.
What's he talking about? What cookies were? Refresh my.
It was something either mom or grandma liked making, and it was like the only cookie she would spend the time making. Something along those lines is what I recall hearing.
What is it, baby? The what?
Grandma was making banana bread for grandma.
Banana bread? Was it
No, it was some sort of cookies.
Oreos?
Oreos.
I don't know. I'm very intimidated because the Forneys are kind of cookie snobs.
Well, you know, because
They were the cookies off of the back of the Ghirardelli chocolate chips.
yeah, it was something like that, but they had like caramel or something to them that sounded really good. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
I just remember this discussion.
I don't know. We talked about a lot of stuff.
I know, that's why I
The
can't
yellow
remember.
squash bread.
What was that?
Did you make the yellow squash bread?
We didn't, because my squash plants died because all it did was rain for, the last month and a half.
What?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It rained and then it hit like 90 degrees. It literally cooked the plants.
That's not good.
And Mark Eckleberry, you're totally right. And Stephanie Forney is going to make some more of those cookies tomorrow. And Mark, you might want to pass along to the missus. Taco Fest is happening this weekend.
Dun, dun, dun.
But they're not inviting people.
Just invite people for deck projects.
She's on fire.
Andre says, how can you make a movie that takes place in the 80s, spend half the runtime reminiscent about the 80s, and not have a killer 80s soundtrack. Dismissed. Exactly.
That's what I'm talking about.
That was probably my biggest beef with the whole thing. It was like seriously, we're gonna sit here in the 80s and it's 1984. I didn't hear one track from 1984 in the entire movie. No Jump, no Girl Gone Bad, no House of Pain, no Panama, no.
Hot for Teacher.
It was called Wonder Woman 1984. The album was called 1984. There should have been some crossover appeal, and there was zero. No Top Jimmy.
Nothing.
Nobody was wearing striped anything.
Don't
The
worry.
new Guardians of the Galaxy game is not getting too great a hype because apparently they just really crapped on the Avengers game that the same company just made.
Really?
Yeah, apparently it's like a pay-to-win scenario is what they just enacted on the game.
Yeah.
And so everybody's complaining about it. It sounds like what was the Star Wars game? Crap, I can't remember the Star Wars game now. And they did the same thing like a couple years back.
What was it called? I know what you're talking about.
It's the one where you run around and you got to do campaigns and crap. And it's,
Yeah. Battlefront?
Yes, Battlefront.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Certainly.
Yeah, but apparently the people that made the Avengers game made the Guardians game, and they just did that exact same dumb move of oh, you want to get everything in the game? Well, you got to spend an extra $300 to get all this stuff. Even though you shelled out $75 for the game, here you go.
Yeah, no, I remember my buddy Chris was really into it. I mean, he was really into it, and I was really surprised. And then he just stopped talking about it. I'm like, whatever happened to the Battlefront, dude? He was all into that. He had an awesome character that you created. He's like, man, screw those people. I got tired of paying to. I had to do anything. I had to pay for it. And he's like, told him to go take a short walk off a long pier.
Right. Oh, the squeakers.
Squeakopotamus is in his house. Oh, Jimmy. Now you've got that song in my head.
Ah, you're welcome.
So, I was listening to the David Lee Roth, his second appearance on Joe Rogan.
Oh, yeah?
Granted, it was a few months back, but he was talking like him and Alex are like buds.
Yeah, he's made some comments in the last couple months of he's kind of reconnected with Alex and I totally fell for it the other day and read a clickbait thing where it was like, yeah, Alex is gonna play the last 5 of Dave's shows with him, blah blah blah, and then come to find out that that wasn't anything in the article. It was just talking about Dave, and actually kind of worried about Dave. It kind of sounds like he might be dealing with something that he's not made public, but it is Dave, so
yeah,
you just gotta take it with a grain of salt. But yeah.
Yeah, I just thought that was kind of weird because I don't ever remember. I mean, I know Eddie was kind of a stubborn, could be a pretty obstinate guy, so I'm sure he and Dave is difficult to at the very least.
Well, yeah.
So I mean, it makes sense that those two don't get along. But I don't know. Who knows what
Yeah,
happens?
Until one says something to contradict the other thing, I guess I just go with it and go. All right.
Well, yeah, and as the interview was going on, Dave just kept getting more and more carried away, and Joe was like, and his producer Jamie, they were just kind of looking at each other, and Joe was like, he was trying to rein him in,
Right.
and you could tell, and the interview was 3 hours and 20 minutes long, and you could tell about 2.5 hours in, Joe was ready to,
throw in the towel.
Yeah, and the good thing about Joe is like he challenges stuff that he says that Dave would say, and force Dave to circle back and answer these questions, which I really admire that about Joe, that he's a great interviewer in that respect because of that. But at a certain point, Joe just looked at Jamie and goes, he seems he couldn't come up with a word. Is like more, or Jamie was like animated. He's like, yeah. It's like because Dave got up at one point to use the bathroom, and he's like he's kind of a little harder to wrangle this time around. But Dave had a tooth missing, his bottom tooth on the left hand side, like two from the center, and he was telling Joe that he was going to go some place in Beverly Hills, and he was going to get a gold tooth put in there.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm like, okay.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Sounds like Dave. Diamond Dave. Interesting cat. Definitely somebody that I wouldn't mind calling a friend, but I'm sure he's one of those friends that's best if you deal with him in small doses.
Right.
Come on over and have a beer. And then it's time for you to
go. And 22 later.
Yeah. I've got friends like that, and they are also a pain in the ass. I love them dearly, but come on, man. Come on. Nobody you know, so don't worry.
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite Van Halen album?
Oh man, that's like the hardest question on the planet.
Okay.
I don't know. I got different loves for each one of them.
Okay, what's your favorite Van Halen song?
It's like the next hardest question ever.
It's hard to choose, isn't it?
It's incredibly hard to choose. It's like telling somebody to like pick their favorite child.
Sophie's choice.
Exactly. If I gotta go favorite album, it'd probably be the first one.
Okay.
If I gotta go songs, my usual go-to is usually Hot for Teacher,
Oh man,
but it,
definitely like that drum bass on the beginning.
yeah,
The dual drums, bass drums, which Tommy Lee tried and failed miserably at duplicating.
it's one of the things that like I didn't know until not that long ago. Like kind of like some of the secret of it.
Yeah.
Is that not only was it his two bass drums going, but he had the tom toms synced up. They were tuned to the same, so he actually had the two bass drums going plus the tom toms.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And they were, I mean, him and Eddie were just musicians.
Oh yeah.
I mean, my God. There's so many songs. Like I really like Unchained.
Oh yeah.
I also love Mean Streets. Um, I mean, I tend to gravitate towards the older stuff because I think it's chunkier, heavier.
Oh yeah.
Um, like Women and Children first. That whole album just kicks you in the teeth.
Oh yeah. And they did so much different stuff on there.
Yeah. I think that's why I like it so much.
And Eddie broke out, acoustic guitar and played slide on an acoustic guitar. And Dave was so drunk he couldn't get the lyrics right to "Everybody Wants Some."
Well, I'm paying for it. What the fudge?
Yeah. It was like, I don't know, and they did all those so quick. Like like I think the first two albums, both of them, were each done in like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, that
absolutely unheard of.
That's like I remember reading an article from Paul Stanley. He's like when they were on the tour, their first world tour. He's like, man, how hard it was to, not hard, but just the experience of recording their first album. And then they were on the plane and they were flying somewhere, and he wrote Love Gun.
Yeah.
And how quick and easy it came to him. And he's like, if I would have only known then what I know now. And it's like, because they were recording 2 albums a year for like 4 years straight.
Yeah.
Every 6 months, you got a new Kiss album. And that's back when they were doing really, really good music. Their first 6 albums were great. And you go and you listen to some of those songs and don't know that it's Kiss, and you tell somebody, who do you think that is? And they'll listen to it and they're like, I don't know, that's fucking bad. Who is that? It's like, that's Kiss. They're like, no way.
Right.
Yeah, that is Kiss. Their older stuff, I mean, is just really good.
So I totally just decided to wing absolutely everything on these colors.
I think it looks great.
Thank you. Trying to get a little glow of the lightsaber going here.
It's definitely got layers to it. Just the lightsaber itself.
Apparently, we need to correct Andre's giant wrong there.
Which is?
He's never listened to a Van Halen album.
What?
We need to remedy this something stat.
Well, don't they play All Rush all the time in Canada?
That, Nickelback, and Justin Bieber.
And Bryan Adams.
And Bryan Adams, yes. Can't forget Bryan Adams. And Celine Dion. Oh my God, I almost forgot her.
Wow. That's hard to believe.
Andre, in all seriousness, what's your like go-to music or song or whatever?
You're reading my mind. I was about to ask the same question. So we could refer him to a particular album.
Yeah, because I can point you to a Van Halen album that's probably got it on there. And
he's not answering us.
Do what?
He's not answering us.
Come on, Andre. Do it. Do it now. Oh, you know what? Totally forgot.
What's that?
Let's see. Hang on. We need a good one.
Oh, there we go.
It's coming through.
Drum roll, please. You had all these sound effects the whole time and didn't use them.
Okay, Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion 1 and 2 in Linkin Park. All right, then that solves it. Go and listen to the first Van Halen album.
Yeah.
And see where Guns N' Roses got their influence.
Yep.
Atomic Punk, so you can hear where Slash got the idea for the start of is it Paradise City? I think it's Paradise City.
That's actually Mean Street. Do you remember when Eddie would not let himself be filmed playing the guitar? Are you too young to remember that?
The only time he wouldn't let anybody do stuff that I've ever seen or heard of was just the club days back in 74, 75 before they did their first album.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wouldn't show off how he was playing a lot of the stuff.
A lot of the tapping.
He was trying to keep all the rest of the Sunset script from taking his ideas.
Yep, copying him.
And it was a fight and a mad dash for them to get the album out because one of his buddies' bands also did a cover of "You Really Got Me,"
Ooh,
and that was they like rushed to get that out to beat the other band because he
what
got
was the
pissed.
other band?
I couldn't tell you. I'd have to go back and find one of the articles where he was talking about it. But it was one of their buddies, and the guy's like, "Oh yeah, we just did this," and he's like, "What the f?" He's like, "We just recorded this," and went back and freaked out and pushed him to get the song out.
Andre, I'm going to be honest with you. What is EDM?
That's that stuff that sounds like that is that electronic dance music? Because I totally thought it was going to be I was thinking that industrial stuff.
Ministry.
Did not know that because I can't do the electronic dance music. Well, then listen to the song 1984.
Yes.
It's not really a dance thing, but it's all electronic.
So, Andre, what's your favorite song off of Use Your Illusion 1 or 2 and or 2?
It's just mindless beats helps me focus. That's the part I can't do. Like I can listen to like music that's just beats and stuff, but I can't do the dance stuff.
Too fast for you.
No, it's not too fast. It's just too repetitive. I don't think I've made mention of it yet since working on this, but this is for sale if anybody wants it.
Ooh.
Or as Obi-Wan would say, it is for sale if you want it.
You want this, don't you?
Sweet child of mine was on Appetite for
That
Destruction.
was on Appetite for Destruction.
That's not on Use Your Illusion 1 or 2. I don't remember what songs are on Use Your Illusion 1 or 2, other than
Appetite for Destruction, that's for sure.
was November Rain wasn't on that was
Yeah,
it?
it was on Use Your Illusion 1.
Okay. What was the Wings cover they did? Live and Let Die.
Oh, Live and Let Die, yeah.
All right. Before I muck anything up, I think we're gonna call Luke done.
Excellent.
And I am ready to call it whenever you are, sir.
No, I'm good. I didn't realize it was pull
I
back
didn't
on that.
either.
I mean, that looks really nice.
Thank you. Let me see if I can pull the camera out here. Knocking on Heaven's Door, the old Bob Dylan classic. Right? That was Bob
I don't
Dylan, right?
like I don't like Guns N' Roses version of that. Axl drives me nuts. It just
Yeah.
plays a little too much with the vocals.
Yeah.
I like Civil War, which is probably my favorite Guns N' Roses song. Off of Appetite, my favorite song is definitely Rocket Queen.
Oh, yeah.
I love that song. That just reminds me of being in a car in the summertime and driving down the highway at 100 miles an hour and just uninhibited.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Brownstone.
Yeah, I like Mr. Brownstone a lot.
That's the song I was trying to think of. Mr. Brownstone. That's the one that's got the intro that Slash totally ripped from
Yeah,
Atomic Punk.
Atomic Punk. Yep.
All right, folks. I think that is it for this evening. Rodney and I have given you some of our musical history notes. There will be a test next week.
Make sure you study. Listen to plenty of GNR and Van Halen.
All right. With all that, hope everybody has a good rest of your weekend. Join Rodney over on the Love Muscle show tomorrow.
That's right.
At
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock?
Yep.
9 o'clock. There you go.
And then actually tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. I will be on Dory Jones's show.
Excellent.
Yes. So, yeah. I'm gonna. The producer bee's pimping me out. So I'll be punching the clock tomorrow twice.
There you go. So go
All right.
do that, folks. And yeah, have a great weekend and come back and join us all next week. Same bat times, bat channels, and yeah, that's all I got for this evening.
Night, everybody.
See y'all.